Hello and welcome to my channel. This is Darcy's Misadventures with Mixed Media, and I am going to be playing with this little book here that I got at an antiques market up in Maine, I think is where I found this one. Fairview. There's like a big mall there. I think it's Fairview. So yeah, I started taking out a few pages. Why am I doing this? Because I walked past where it was and picked it up and was like, oh, I want to do something with this today. Because, you know, why not? So some of them I may use the whole pages, and some of them I am going to tear. So these are Audubon's Birds of America. They've got some really neat little pictures of birds and whatnot. They're a little fiddly if you want to be fussy cutting them. So I am fussy tearing them, just kind of giving them a nice rough edge. And I'm going to, then I can go ahead and use some of my collage paper to get the size I want. And I can even just go ahead and put them right on there. And I think I'm also going to ink, because why not? So I'm actually going to put them on and then cut my tag down to the size I want. And I'll decide, some of them I may leave the backgrounds kind of plain, like they are here. And some of them I might do like I do with my flower books. And you'll see what I mean in a second. Okay, so I've got this where I want it. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut. Do I want to leave that rough, raggedy edge or not? I don't know. I don't think I do. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. This time I'm not. So, kind of a journal tag, which I would use my punch, but I don't see it because I have moved stuff around. So yeah. So, and then I just kind of have an angle at the top there. So I might even want to put a little label up here or a number, or cut that down more. I'm not sure what. So this one's like small and kind of busy already, so I don't want to do too much to it. But I think I want to do a little something just to incorporate it onto the page. So we have some turquoise in the background, so I'm going to do turquoise on my Sketchy Circles, which is a stamp at PM Artist Studio by Carrie the Crafter. And what this will do is it'll make this piece feel like part of the whole. You know what I mean? So this feels kind of tough. I'm going to do it in 4 places just because otherwise it felt off balance to me. But this actually is like 1, 2, 3. Still end up with 3, or a triangle, because this kind of looks like 1 down here. And this is glossy paper a little bit, so I need to not touch it until it dries. So that I'm going to set aside to dry. And that's basically what I'm doing. So I'm going to do a few with you guys, I guess, and then I can see, I don't love all of them. Like, what are these guys doing? The swallow. I don't know. Are they fighting? What are they doing? I don't like that one so much. And this one, horned. Oh, that'd be cute as a pocket. Alright, so we can do that one as a pocket. I'm still going to tear it like I was doing. And this one will be a pocket. I'm still going to keep a little bit of the white. I could fussy cut it. It'd be a little bit easier to fussy cut that one if I wanted to, because it's got the ground. But, you know, sometimes I will, sometimes I won't. And seems like, do I want to do it like that, or over here? Or, so of course it got all bent up because, you know, oh, here looks good. So yeah, basically I'm just looking for where I like it on a piece of the collage paper, and then can cut it out from there. And this I can cut right across here, and it'll get glued down in the book so that that bendy bit won't be quite as obvious once that happens. Got a little overlap on the bottom here. I'm just gonna cut that off a little bit, straighten it up and whatnot. I hope you're all doing well. I just figured if I make a few videos today, the reason I'm making a few videos is because apparently I don't want to clean. Because it's this or clean my studio, which I need to do. And I want to get done. I just apparently don't really want to actually do it at the moment. Alright, this is antique linen. And I'm just going to take this one, which, oh my goodness, is it Sophia? She and I have kind of similar aesthetic. Oh, there's still some turquoise on that. Oh well, we'll just make it work. So that's what that one ended being, even though there was some dark blue in there, not really turquoise, but it's alright. That's what happens when you don't clean your stamps. But look, oh, you can't see. But it's kind of cool because it's got like, it's blotchy looking, which makes it more grungy because I've got the two colors happening. So that actually made it kind of cool. Maybe water got on there. It's weird how it's doing that. Well, that's curious. I don't know. Now I'm like, what if I put water on there? Where's my water? So here's what I kind of want to see, because I think there's still some of the permanent ink on there. So I just want to get like a little spray of water on there, which will remove some more of the ink, I think, maybe. And then redo this ink and see if I can get that. Although it was, oh yeah, that's from the water. Interesting. Kind of like how that is doing that. And also we could do this. This is a distress ink, not an oxide. But it is water soluble. And because this has thick lines, it'll be more noticeable, kind of, sort of. So with these bottles, if you spray like just a little bit, you get thicker spray bits. Basically. Alright, let's try it on this. So, this is also glossy paper, so it'll take a minute to dry. But, I don't know, you get some interesting effects happening there. So, and I think it works because this is a thicker kind of a thing happening. Let's see, let's go back and put on some permanent again. That's what the turquoise was, permanent. And take a layer of that off. And spray a little bit. There, spray a little bit of water and get that off a little bit. Oh, see, that's even just spraying the water is cool. And then add some of this one again, which I probably just got blue on there now. And can you see this far up? I think so. Oh yeah, that's cool. Can you see how that is? Okay, we're gonna do that kind of a stamping. That's fun. That is a cool effect, and I think you need to have thick lines for it to work, but we'll find out in a minute when I try that again with other things. Alright, oh, this one's, I like those birds, but I like this. Alright, we'll just do this one. Alright, so the line is really close to his head up here, so I'm using my thumb to hold, and then I'm going to lose his beak. Hold on, keeping the beak. Glue's like magic. It'll keep things from looking too terrible. Using book page and stuff on collage pieces makes me think of Joey DeFee. So if you've never heard of her, go check out her channel. She hasn't had many videos this year, but because she's been having some health issues, I think. But she could use your support. One of her videos came up in my Watch Next, which, you know, made me remember to remind you guys to go help her out and watch her channel. She is a very sweet person, does a lot with some mixed media and book pages and whatnot. No, I don't want that with the, that works nicely with that though. Doing it that way. Well, it doesn't matter, but if I do it this way, then the writing is upside right on those two bits. So over the next few weeks, if you're wondering how I'm doing, I will update. There's a community tab in YouTube. So if you go to my home page on YouTube, my YouTube page, and where it says like videos, playlists, and whatnot, scroll. So you go over to the right, so you're going to scroll left to go to the right, and you'll see community page, and that's where I will put updates as to how I'm doing, how my recovery is going from my surgery, how I'm feeling, and all that. For people that don't use Instagram and whatnot. I don't really post as much personal stuff on Instagram though. More likely on Facebook, but I tend to make those public, so you don't have to be my friend or anything. You can just look at my page or on my Facebook group. I'll try to update you guys there too, because y'all are sweet and care, and that's why. And also, I recommend if you do videos, don't go looking and seeing what your stats are on likes and dislikes, because I was living my happy little life, thinking that, you know, I never get any dislikes. And I'm like, oh, like about a few times a week I get, you know, over a week I probably get a good 10 to 12 dislikes. Whatever, it's probably my messy desk is probably. Alright, I really want my European punch. Well, I can't find it right now. When I do, I will use it on some of these. But for now, I will just use my badge punch. We don't need no stinking badges. It doesn't look centered, but I don't nearly. It might be, it might not be. It's hard to tell when you have pages that aren't centered. It's hard to get that look. Alright, so what else do I maybe want to do on here? I might... Alright, so I have these little labels. I think they're from Jessica Rapp, 2 Silver Oranges on Etsy. She's got like a bunch of public domain images. This one had a hole in it, and I don't know where my little punch is, so I just used my awl to just kind of like make that hole a hole. And it might be good if you actually remove the white bit that you're trying to remove. I had ink like 5 seconds ago. Oh, that's funny. Alright, so you know I'm always like, how come I can never find what's on my desk that I just had like a few seconds ago? So one of my subscribers, oh, I can't remember who, but she was so funny. She was like, your scraps get cold, and they use the scraps to cover themselves. And I thought that was so cute and so funny. So yeah, that would have been on the Saturday's live stream. So if you go look at the comments, you can see who said who the adorable person was that said that. All right, figure put a little bit of a label there. And I want something down here, like something round, I think. So let me grab my Tim Holtz stamps. Or actually, it doesn't have to be Tim Holtz, because I also have my Global Land stamps. But the Tim Holtz one was easier to find. Let's see, we have this dark green. I think I'll do green, maybe. I have Shady Lane, I think it's called. Could be Fallen Leaves. There's some brown on there, but I think, well, potentially I have, there it is. all my VersaFine Clear inks are in here, and when this is full, I have to stop buying it. That's the container, and that's the container concept. In case you're wondering what the container concept is, I can keep what fits in the container. Alright, I wanted something round right here. I don't want to go over his nose, that's all. There we go. And then that kind of balances that out a little bit. So there is that one. I'll probably ink these later on. So I'm going to go ahead and glue some more on to these. And then when I come back, we will, which would just be a second for you, we'll go ahead and do some stamping together. So what time is it? So yeah, I'll probably make a bunch of these while watching PM Artist Studio live stream Sunday morning. See you in the chat if you're there. Alright, I'll be back in just a second for you. I've got several to work on, but first I want to do this one where I like these birds, and I like these birds, and I think I like that bird. Those birds are okay, but I can make this a pocket on a page, and this could be a little flip out. So I kind of want to do a little something for this. I want to do something down the edge there a little bit though. Down the middle, the edge, the middle. That is too wide. Well, kind of. It's kind of wide. Oh, and of course, that all got ripped off. I like this side better because it has more music. My gram likes when I put music page with birds, because you know, birds sing, most of them. I mean, and then there's that one bird that tries to sing, but he can't, from the Little Mermaid. Sometimes I feel like him. Sometimes I feel like, nope, I'm sounding like, oh wait, what's his name? Scuttle. That was his name, right? My mom liked the seagulls in Little Finding Nemo, where they're like, mine, mine, mine. I don't know why she did, but she did. Because she was adorable. Man, that means Finding Nemo's been out for quite a while, because she passed away 13 years ago. And my niece used to love to watch Backyardigans. And she loved her tubby, because my niece, when she was little, they lived next to my mom and dad, like in the apartment right next door. So, alright, I want to fold it this way so I can get that inking on the line in the middle. Okay. Oh, and then I'm going to make it more messy by putting my finger on there. And I may put some music over here, or I may not. Might put, oh shoot, where is my vellum? I was going to say, I could, sometimes with these I'd put a vellum pocket so you could still see the picture through, and I may. I might put a little corner pocket here though. Using what? I don't know. That's kind of cool. Alright, we'll just cut out this little red piece right here. That's the only piece I want. It's already back, which is kind of good. And I don't need it's just going to be a little pocket. And I might even, usually I would rip it, but today I'm just going to follow this line of this quilted crop circle. And there's no birds there, so we're good. I do still want that little berry to show, so we know why I used red. Otherwise it might not make sense. Just going to cut it down just a little bit and have that be a little tuck right there. Using the glue that I can find at the moment, which is not my art glitter glue. And I don't have I kind of poked a small hole in this so it would come out slower, but that's not working, so I'm just gonna, and it's not a small hole, it actually is a large hole now. Okay, why are you not, I think this glue might be kind of old. I always tell you guys about this quick dry tacky glue, but then I never actually use it. Never mind, I found my art glitter glue. I can't get that cover off of that stupid tacky glue either to clean out the cover. I think the cover just needs to be cleaned out. I'll try to use it more once I get it working. How's that sound? Alright, went off the side a little bit, but I'll just trim it off. That just means that I didn't cut it quite as straight as I thought I did. And I was more interested in it being straight on the page. And the page is the page. So just a little side tuck here with the red, and then I think I'll do some stamping. Wrong glue. Yeah, could not find my art glitter glue to save my life, and then all of a sudden I saw it right in front of me. Because you know, the stuff on my desk gets cold, so it gets covered in scraps. I'm going to keep using that because I think that's totally adorable. Let's see, I've got this that I just like added a bunch of which I'm stamping to, which I could, let's see, if I put this on a page as a pocket, and then this flips out, this is going to be a belly band though, but I really kind of, this is more, it's this piece right here that I think I like. I'm sure I have other pieces that are similar. I'm going to grab my whale tail tab punch. No, I'm not, because I put it over in the corner of the room that I cannot get to easily. That's annoying. So what am I going to do? I'm going to make a tab. I kind of want to use some of this piece here. I don't know which part, but we'll just, so kind of like that grungy bit. Alright, so I'm going to fold this. How am I going to fold it? Oh, I'm going to fold it in half. And I'm going to cut here. And then I just might cut that in half. Right about there, give or take. And then I'm just going to round this bit and round this bit. Kind of. Then I'm going to kind of come in like this, and if I made a template I'd be able to get both sides even. They don't have to be perfectly even. What do we think? And that could be like a little tab on this. I don't think I want it to be that long though. Alright. I'm going to do like I just did here, except for, and then I don't think I like that either, but that's okay. And then turn that around so I can get a similar shape on this side. I don't love the shape, but that's okay. And I wanted it shorter, because it's just a tab. Why does it have to be all perfect? I don't know. It doesn't. Don't even have to do this part. This is just me being extra. Just me being extra. Of course, if you found yourself a little template for a tab, then you could just cut them out fairly easily. Yeah, I don't like that. Just ignore me. I'm getting ink all over my page too. It's getting grungier and grungier as we sit here. Alright, so I do want to put some of these on here. Just a little stamping, which overlaps the paper as well. Don't know why it's so sticky. And then since I have it in the middle, I also want to have it on the outside. Yeah, do another one. Oops, just make it all messy. That's fine. Okay, so that's the front of that, and that's the middle. And I also have a text stamp. So I just used blue. We have teal in here, but it's like a darker teal, and my teal's kind of bright. We also have green, so maybe a little bit of green or black even. Oh, let's use this. I ink it with this, so who knows what's already on the stamp though. That's where the surprises come in. And I usually will overlap. I hate when it's not straight. Oh, it's okay if it's not straight, but for some reason it irritates me. Alright, so I will overlap with the circles and the you know, I'm good with that. I can do what I want. It's my art. I can do what I want, right? Whoops. I'm just kind of pressing on the oh, not much came off on there. Not as much as I thought would. There we go. Let me put a little bit more in it. There we go. Ooh, I missed the bird by like that much. So just some stamping around the edges, and then we can use this as a little flip out, a little tuck. I might put a clear or a vellum pocket on the front here, and I'll probably glue this down as a pocket, or if I want to save it, I could put it in a signature or add a flip to it or whatever. Let's see, here's another one I did. I did a little doodling in the back of that one and added him. Might put a tab on that at some point. Where'd my pile go? I put it up there so I'd find it easily. So this little bird got cut off of another piece. So, and this piece also got cut off of another piece. So just a little tiny tag, I guess, is what that is. And you can even turn it into a little tiny tag. Sometimes you have small pockets and you want to be able to have a small tag for your small pocket. For instance, something like this, you might want to put a small tag. Alright, so on this one I would probably put a stamp up here. And I did find my Global Land stamps. These are the big ones. The big ones are more fun. I would say they're more better, but really they're just more fun. Then, because they have these like in a smaller version too, I think. Oh, airmail. Because he's flying. So let's do airmail. And this has a little bit of red on it, but it's mostly brown and neutral, so I'm just going to use my ground espresso. See? Ground espresso. Even though it says coffee on the top. It's not. It's the one that I marked. Oh, missed the middle. Oh wow, that's user error, I'm sure. I'm not sure if the ink even got on the middle. I don't know, would you try it again? Or just be kind of happy with it how it is? Don't know. Just want it in the middle. There! Well, it's a little wonky, but it's a little wonky. It's alright. Alright, put that back on there. Be more like Gail. Be more like Gail. Put it away. Yep. Alright, so there we go. Just a little stamp on there. Makes it cute and fun. Added that to that. This one I made into a pocket. I liked how this green and this green were like similar, and I cut off the sky part but left the mountains. I like to put things like, you know, cut them out and put them in different backgrounds. That's fun for me. Let's see. What do I want to add to this though? I just might add like a number stamp. Like maybe even here, how about this? Is this big enough? No, almost, not quite. Because my bigger one I used the other day, and do you think I know where it is right this second? Of course I don't. Okay, the bar goes this way. I wanted it to overlap a little bit, but not touch the bird, but that's okay. So I like the brown in the background, because we have a lot of brown down here. How now, brown cow? So, let's put this one back where it goes. The problem is I can never remember where it goes. Just put a little bit of, maybe a little bit of this one. I just want to incorporate some of the background and the foreground into each other, if that makes any sense, even if it's just a little bit like that. That didn't do anything. It's barely there. There we go. Alright, so 1, 2, 3 places with that. Actually 4. Just for a little bit of balance. There we go. I mean 3 is supposed to be balanced, but now it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 little stampy pieces if you want to look at it that way, if that makes you happier. But I like it better now. It just has a little bit more interest in it. Maybe you don't. Maybe you liked it just the way it was, and that is fine as well. Alright, apparently we're using a lot of brown. Oh yeah, I'm going to use brown, I think, because I've got that brown paper bag and the brown on the branches. I kind of want to bring that in a little bit. I'm trying, I want to get it on the white part, but not the birds, if possible. I mean, his tail might be okay with getting it on there, but I'm more or so just, that it missed more than it hit. I was like, hit or miss? No, that missed. That mostly missed. There we go. Well, it's a little blurry, but that's okay. So 1, 2, 3, little triangle of the script. And do we want? Oh, we have that still here. Specimen. And what color do we want to do the specimen? Maybe in the brown. It's not going to stick there without some help. So you should wash it if you do this. But so a little bit of glue stick on there, and then stick your stamp on there, and then it won't fall off. And then you should then wash your acrylic block and your stamp afterwards. That would be ideally what you would do. There we go. Just adding a little bit of stamping that goes on the background and the foreground, just to bring it all together a little bit. And sure, why not? It's factory. Like, this one's not quite specimen, but it's round. And just bring in a little bit more. There we go. So just kind of balancing the circles a little bit. We also have this up here, so that makes 1, 2, 3. Because that is black, I kind of want a little bit of black on here somewhere. So I might do that with, oh shoot, is the black in here? The black might not be in here. Got a dark brown. Got 2 browns. My black has disappeared. Oh, that's okay. We don't even have to use a stamp to get a little bit of black in there. We can just do some mark making even. Oh, you know, we could just do some little faux stitching around it. Why not? Just a little faux stitching. Or I could have even done the actual stamp that I have. And this is more like slow stitching because it is not neat and precise like a sewing machine would be. We'll just pretend that it's slow stitching. That's all. But we stitched it with by hand, kind of, sorta. Did we though? That's okay. It's a border. It's just a border. Doesn't have to be perfect. We're embracing imperfection. Remember? I know it's hard to do. I struggle as well. But we did bring the black that was kind of taking the focus and bringing it around to try. The reason I did the black so that because this black up here was the only black, and it was kind of like, look at me, and I didn't want my card to say that. It talks. It does. All right. We have this next one, which is just like, I think it goes this way. Yes, it does. So I left a lot of white background on this one. Did a little piece of washi tape down there. Do I want to make this, once I find my corner punch, I will round the corners on it, so that's okay. Let's see, we've got a little bit of purple happening. I do not have that purple. I think I'm going to put a little more purple on here though. Because there was like browns and frayed burlap on here earlier, hopefully this purple will come out a little bit more on the browny purple side of things is what I was thinking. Alright, so I'm going to lay this here gently, and then I'm going to kind of press where I want it to be so that it's not perfect all the way down. Don't know how I feel about that, but that's okay. I'm holding it up here because I don't want to get it on the bird's face. And same here. Just kind of getting some on there without getting it on the bird's face. Oh, whoops. We can clean that off of there so we don't have like plaid on plaid on plaid. Alright, so think that made it, see now it's not quite so stark, and I didn't have to fussy cut it complete, you know, I just ripped it out and did that. Already, I think that looks better. We have this dark blue up here. So we want it to make sense, and we'll bring down, well, see what color this actually comes out, because it's fine. Just bring down a little bit of that here and there, so it makes a little bit more sense. So bringing that blue down into the rest of the picture just to make it make sense is another, and I'll probably round the corners and ink it and all the things. This one, I left this in case I want to add something behind there, which potentially I might. I had one more, there it is. Not sure about that though. It's a ticket. It's alright though. It really makes this feel empty up here, but that's okay. That's what stamping's for. I might do that and have it kind of stick off the edge. And I can, well, I could always back that piece. Do I want it to stick off the edge? I think I can pull this a little bit more. Give it just a little bit of a border on there, maybe. Yeah, I'll just put that on there. I think, or should I do it this way? I like the red. Oh, that doesn't cover up so much of the flower. That might be better. I know, football club does not necessarily make sense. But I also kind of want this number to show. So, what if I just use the number, like general admission area, like I could just use the number. No one says I have to use the whole ticket if it's the number that I like. Be a rebel, people. Only use the part you want to use. Actually, I might now put that down. I don't know. I still want something here. I don't want the football contest though. Alright, what do we want? When do we want it? Let me find something real quick. Alright, I found this gratitude on vellum, and I think I'm okay with that. I think that can be what goes on here. I know, I don't, what is the best thing to glue vellum? I think it's art glitter glue. I don't think it's glue. The thing I like about glue stick is you're not going to have a line that shows. But also it makes it, I don't know what it does. But I use art glitter glue to go. Yeah, see, it just comes up on the edges, so not sure how helpful that is. Just gonna, oh, I thought I had that down lower. Because I wanted that to hold it down a little bit. Just needed something up there to make it a little less plain, I guess. Cover to my glue would be good. Alright, let's see, do I want a little bit of washi? I've been trying to use washi on some of these as well because I don't use my washi enough, and I want to find ways and places to use washi. I don't think that's it though. No, that's not the washi I'm looking for. Alright, well, I'm just gonna hope that this stays on here. We end up having to put some art glitter glue on there. That's okay. We could use this like with washi. No, that's just from a book binding-ish stuff. Alright, so if I find a label I like, I might put that down there, but, oh, and I didn't do any stamping. You don't have to do the stamping. The stamping is totally optional. Like this one I think works okay without stamping, maybe. But at the same time, I think I will. Man, that's a wet glue. Okay. Now, here's the hard part. Oh, no, it doesn't have to be the hard part. So, if you have parts that you don't want ink to get on, just use your sticky. And if you know, I don't necessarily want it to be perfectly rectangle either. So I will do that. Cover him. Oh, I need it to be at least a little bit sticky. So I'm going to cover the bits that I don't want stamping on. So that's a valid use of, that's a valid way to do it, you know, if you don't want to accidentally get it on there. Alright, I'm gonna try this and see how it goes. I want it mostly on the right, and then on the top a little bit, and then down in this corner. Like that. Got a little bit on there, so that incorporates it a little bit. Could be a little bit more though, couldn't it? A little bit on the gratitude too. It's fine. Alright. So that's that one. And you don't have to watch. So I might do the rest of these and then show them. I don't know. Do you like all the stamping and, you know, coming up with ideas? This one I might just leave it as it is. Because I've got the interest of the stitching on there. This one definitely needs a little something. But I don't know what. There was a flamingo on the back, but he was weird. So I went for the spoonbill. It's got some brown in the picture, so I think I will just put a little washi tape on there. If I find that it needs to be sewn on there, I will. This could be a journal card, so I think I'll leave it like that. What do I want to add? So I already got bubbles in the back, so we already have like an organic shape, so something a little bit more linear would work. Found my black ink. I even just do, alright, there's no black in here though, so there is brown, so I'm going to use the brown. And I've got this little alphabet, Tim Holtz alphabet-y stuff happening here that I just put on upside down, because I always do. Not on purpose. It just always wants to look like it's going one direction when it really goes a different direction. So when that happens, all you got to do is just put it all the directions and it'll look more on purpose. See, because it slants this way even when it's upside down. Actually, yeah. I mean, it makes sense. If it slants that way, it's going to slant that way. But it just always messes with my head. That's all I'm saying. I mean, we could totally, that doesn't really go with it as far as the picture goes, but I kind of like it. I don't hate it. I'm just going to put that on there. Could always cover it later with something else if it turns out I don't like it. But I kind of like it. I like the colors more than anything, and the other shape that it brings, and you know. Alright, so there's that one. Where was I? So we looked at, alright, so here we are on this one. This one's not a very grungy one. Also, okay, I don't usually do this, but this one's pretty, oh, no, let's not do that. Where? Alright, I want to ink out the edge of this with a little bit of purple, but I'm also going to do a little bit of washi tape down here. I know, if I was smart, I would glue it, but if I change my mind about it, then I don't have to, like, fight to get it off, you know? But you never know what will happen. Alright. I was a little irritated because I had one of these here before that I was using with blue. So you don't have to use brown to frame out your ephemera, your tags and pockets and whatnot. You can totally use a coordinating color because, you know, it's framing it. You just use it more of an aura frame kind of a thing rather than actually grunging it up. I do want to make this into a tag. It's a little thin, but that's okay. See, like some little instructions that came with the something in Japanese. Something I bought that probably came from China, actually. It's probably Chinese. Don't come at me because I don't know the difference between Chinese and Japanese. It just makes you look bad. Just, where is that coming from? I don't know. I think I deleted that comment, so yeah. Someone made a rude comment when I didn't know the difference between Japanese and Chinese, and that was one of the comments I deleted. I don't delete many comments, but that one I was just like, oh, you went too far, lady. Or sir. I don't know, because there's no content. They don't make videos. They just go around and criticize other people. I'm so glad. Most of the people that watch, well, no, all the people that watch me consistently are nice. We don't worry about the people that don't watch consistently and just don't get me. It's the people that get me. I love that you guys come back. I appreciate you so much. And yeah, hope you have some book pages that you can go play with too, because it's kind of fun. I mean, I barely touched the book. There's still I think I have about 26 or so, maybe 28 pieces that I made. But there's so many pages. How many pages? But the book, it doesn't say how many pages, does it? They don't have page numbers. But there's like over 400 birds, so yeah, I guess there's over 400 pages. It's going to take me a long time to go through this book. I really thought I had more done than that. Alright, I think a little bit of script might be what we want for this. Oh, look, I found one of my bigger... Oh, I don't use it for this anyway. Alright, we do have some black on here, so I think I will use black. I found the black, and I set it right... Oh my word! It got covered by the tape that I didn't even... Alright, I'm actually going to use this stitch. A stitch in time saves 9. Not that... Wait, which one was I on? This one, because it has black on it. So, just going to kind of do that, coming down from there, and right over the... There. That, going down from there, and we get the black over there. So... little triangle happening. Do I want a little bit up here? Maybe just a tiny bit coming right there. Got a little thick. I rocked it. You're not supposed to rock it. Alright, so there's that. And this comes onto the white. That makes me happy. Do I want any more? I don't know. If I do I want it in blue? Because we do have the blue happening here. We have blue on here. I like blue. I will always add blue to everything I ever make. Okay, I'm going to guess that this goes this way because the sentence on the last sentence would be the bit that would be... Oh man, it's blurry. It's also kind of more turquoise than... blue at this point. Alright, that's... I was going to say that's good, but then I added just a tiny bit more. Alright, so there we go. A little bit of... And like I said, in case you forgot, or you didn't come back till the end-ish, I like to have stamping that goes on the background and the foreground. It just incorporates it more instead of it looking... See the difference between with and without the stamping? It just looks like part of the card when you add the stamping. Or stenciling. Oh, we could totally use stencils. And what's nice about a stencil is I can kind of vary the depth, how dark it is. And I can kind of see where my birds are. And I can come in the middle a little bit. This is kind of a big one for this, but see? Now it's like it was fussy cut and put on a decorative paper. Really, it takes away the white and just adds a little something. Alright, that already is so much improved for me. I don't know about you guys. I already like it much more. I was gonna put something under here because the ink, but I guess it's fine if that ink shows a little bit. I do want to add a little bit more black here and there, and I kind of like the this little stringamabob thing. Let's go ahead and glue this down. We're fine if the ink shows down there. It's fine. I don't know why it bothered me earlier, but you know. And I want it to, don't rock it, okay. I want it to be on both. It seems like I rocked it, but I didn't. At least I tried not to. Oh, it needs a little something up here. It's already got some, I don't know why I just inked the whole thing when I'm just gonna. Oh, I just did that with blue. Well, let's make it look like it was on purpose. A little bit of blue down there too. And add a little bit of blue there. I accidentally used the blue instead of the black, so now it's got blue and black on it. Because, you know, you work with your mistakes. You make them work. Let's see. This needs a little something. Nope, not that. Probably doesn't need to be this, but there we go. Just that. Just frame him out just a little bit. Okay, that one is done. This one, we did purple around the edging is all we've done so far. Oh, and some washi tape. We've got green, we've got turquoise. What do we want to... And we brought out some of the... Well, that's more pink than purple. But there was purple in here somewhere, which is why I was using purple, apparently. Let's bring forth some more green, maybe. Which is going to be... I don't know what it's going to be, because... It's pretty green. Okay. If I don't add it, I'll wish that I had. There we go. A little bit of green here and there. I feel like I want to do something there just to not hide the fact that there's like all that disconnection and connection happening, but alright, let's do green again. Gonna do that stamp right there. And where's the other stamp? Oh, this little specimen stamp might work. Don't leave it on there too long, apparently. Just right there. Moved it, that's okay. And I think we're good. I think that helps balance. I don't know. I like it better now. Yeah, it doesn't have to be a lot of stamping and inking, doesn't it? Does it? I already showed you that one, right? I haven't done anything to that one. I did something to that one. Right, we're looking at the ones we haven't done anything to yet. I'm just going to round the corners on this one when I get to it. This one can totally be brown or black. Let's do black. Black what? I don't know. We got a train showing down here. Do we want to hide that? Alright, I'm going to use this. Who knows what color it'll actually turn out because I've used so many colors on there today. Where is... Oops, at least cover your face. I don't think I'll be near your... tail anyway. No, I'm not going to be near your face. Alright. Not right now anyway. Oh, that was kind of a lot, but it's alright. Our bird survived. I don't know. That was probably not exactly the right choice. It's a little bit, wonkified. Don't know if I like that or not. Just blot it. See, not all decisions are made perfectly, and that's okay. But also, sometimes, if you get in there, oh, I don't want it to be like all too smudgy either, but just kind of, oops, that was too much. Smudgify it so that I was able to remove it from some of it. I don't know. If we wet it, I mean, it's permanent ink. I don't know that wetting it is going to help, but just, it's here that I don't know. That did not do anything. It's alright. It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. We just won't love it as much. Or maybe somebody else does love it. It's fine. It's better, not better. Red. Oh, I have red. I have red ink. Is it this red ink? I don't know. It's not quite the right ink, but you know what? When you add it to this green that's on here, it'll mute it down some. Somewhat. Let's see. Let's do a little bit of that mixed with a little bit of that, and then we may get the exact red that we want. See? Sometimes that's what you do. Is you just have to mix your reds to get what you want. I think that's good for that. I don't really want to add more to that. A little stenciling maybe? A little bit? Oh my goodness, that is liquidy. Sorry, there's glue up here that distracted me. What do we have in here? Numbers? No. Oh, just a little Harlequin. I like Harlequin with damask, so that will work. Oh, I could probably even just use whatever's on here. Maybe add a little bit of, oops, this red as well. I want a mix of the two. Alright, that's over there, and yeah, this one kind of got ripped. I probably should be doing the lighter one first and then the darker one. There we go. See, it makes such a big difference. To me, in my brain, it does. It makes a big difference as far as incorporating the picture onto the page a little better. Alright, and I'll probably, I don't know where my corner rounder is at the moment. Otherwise, I would have already corner rounded them. Alright, so yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing. All these, next time you see them, I'm done for today. I can't do any more. Oh, this one I did on a pre-made tag. Oh, and also I wanted to show you that sometimes I would go ahead and fussy cut bits of it, but then fussy tear other bits of it. And how does that work when it comes down to, oh, the green would be good. When it comes down to, really? Stuck onto the paper just fine. To adding a little bit of stamping just to incorporate it a little bit. So I will come onto the leaf down there. So that is one way to do it. And then maybe a number lesson. Kind of bigger numbers because I've got the smaller ones on here. So that maybe it will do a little better. That was crooked. That's annoying. Well, you know what? If we're going to go crooked, let's just go up and down as well. Alright, so now I'm getting more ghost prints of it, which is fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. When you don't like what you did, just keep doing it. That makes sense. I don't like how that's crooked. I could come in with a label or something, or I could just embrace the imperfection. It's making me itchy to embrace the imperfection sometimes. It just doesn't feel good all the time. Just saying. This one definitely needs work, but I also, you know, fussy cut around some of the leaves, but then fussy tore around the other bits. This one also did a little fussy tearing. fussy cutting around with the tearing. This one's just torn. Here's another one of these. This one I didn't like as much, but I liked all these pictures and I didn't want to lose them. So I have a little tuck spot right here, and I may put a little side pocket here, maybe a side pocket here, or use one of my, this is just glued all the way down because the colors worked nicely. That one I think I might have stamped without you. And that one's just got some washi tape on it. This one, I just used the bit from the top down at the bottom. This one, I stamped without you. I was also trying to see if it would work with my houndstooth stamp, the spraying thing I did earlier. This one still needs something. These all still need something, but this is where we are at the moment. In a future video, I will show you how they turned out. And you'll have to tell me if you want to actually see. Alright, see, I don't know why I keep using this stamp, because there's something, I don't think I like that it's such straight. I want to adjust that stamp. I love this stamp. I don't love the really straight lines on the edge. How do you, like if I hack at it, will that help at all, do we think? It's this straight line right here. It's on the, but these come out a little bit, and I like that bit. It's too straight. I want it a little more grungy on the edge. Does that make sense? Yeah, so it's just, I want this to be some bits off. I don't know how to do that. Well, I might alter that, we'll see. I showed you that already. Is that all of them? It's all the ones that are in front of me. That one definitely needs work. So and this one is probably just going to be a flip on a page because I like both birds, and I may add some stamping to it as well. That is where I am right now in how far I've gotten with the, you know, I've done videos, if I can find one of the videos where I've done it with book pages from a flower book. I've done this kind of thing with them, but usually I would do it before I put them on, or you know, so if I find that, I will show that to you. I mean, I'll link it below. Oh my word, Darcy, why is it so hard to talk right now? I don't know. But I hope this gave you some ideas to go use your book pages without having to fussy cut them all bit by bit, driving you insane. I mean, some people like to fussy cut. I know that. I actually get in the mood to. Alright, hope you guys have a delightful day. Love you. Bye. My son is calling.